Men, pay close attention, because what I'm about to share with you has the power to completely change the way women see you. Every man has wondered at some point, why do some guys effortlessly attract women, while others get overlooked again and again? Is it about looks? Is it money? Status? The truth is, while those things can help, they're not the deciding factor. What really makes a woman obsess over you lies in something deeper: human psychology. And when you understand how female psychology works, you stop guessing, you stop chasing, and you start attracting in a natural way. Today, I'm breaking down 7 psychological tricks that will make a woman think about you constantly, crave your attention, and feel drawn to you in ways even she won't fully understand. And no, this isn't about manipulation or playing games. It's about learning the psychological triggers that create attraction and respect, and using them to become the best version of yourself. So let's get started. The first psychological trick is mystery. Women are wired to be curious. If you give everything away too soon, your feelings, your life story, your schedule, you leave her with nothing to figure out. And when there's nothing left to discover, her curiosity fades. But if you hold back just enough, if you let her wonder about who you really are, you plant yourself in her mind. She'll find herself thinking about you at night, wondering what you're doing, and craving the next piece of the puzzle. Mystery doesn't mean being distant or cold. It means revealing yourself slowly, like a good book that makes you want to turn the next page. The second psychological trick is emotional contrast. Here's where most men fail. They think being attractive means being one thing all the time. Always funny, always tough, always serious. But women are emotional creatures, and what keeps their attention is variety. When you can be strong and firm in one moment, then lighthearted and playful in another, you create emotional highs and lows that she starts to associate with you. That contrast makes her feel alive. And once she feels alive around you, she'll seek you out again and again. Because let's be real, predictable men are forgettable. The ones who spark a range of emotions are unforgettable. The third trick is controlled scarcity. Let me explain. Psychology has proven that humans value what is rare. It's the same reason diamonds are precious and gold is valuable. If you're too available, if you always respond instantly, always cancel your plans for her, you're sending the message that your time has no value. But if you balance your attention, sometimes giving her focus, sometimes pulling back, you increase your worth in her eyes. She'll start to wonder, why isn't he replying right away? What is he doing that's so important? And that wondering builds attraction. Remember this: value comes from scarcity. When your time is rare, she will crave it. The fourth psychological trick is presence. This might sound simple, but it's one of the most powerful. When you're with her, be fully with her. Put away the phone. Make eye contact. Listen, not just with your ears, but with your full attention. Most men don't realize this, but women crave emotional presence even more than physical attraction. When she feels like she's the only person in your world during those moments, it creates a deep psychological bond. She won't just like you. She'll feel safe, important, and valued. And once a woman feels that way around you, she won't want to lose it. The fifth trick is leading with calmness. Every woman, whether she admits it or not, will test a man. Sometimes she'll do it consciously. Sometimes it's instinct. She might get moody. She might challenge your opinion. She might even push your buttons just to see how you react. Here's where most men go wrong. They snap, they get defensive, or they lose their composure. But when you stay calm, steady, and unshaken, you send a powerful message. You're in control. And psychology tells us that calmness in the face of pressure is linked to leadership, strength, and reliability. Women find that irresistible because it makes them feel secure. A calm man is an attractive man. The sixth trick is subtle touch. Science has shown that physical touch releases oxytocin, also known as the bonding hormone. But here's the catch. It has to be subtle, respectful, and timed correctly. A light touch on her arm when you're making a point, A gentle hand on her back as you guide her through a door. These small gestures build subconscious attraction. Over time, she'll start to associate your touch with comfort and connection. But remember, too much ruins the effect. When it's rare, it's powerful. And the seventh psychological trick is the most important: purpose. Nothing, and I mean nothing, is more attractive to a woman than a man with direction. When she sees that you have goals, dreams, and a vision bigger than yourself, she respects you on a different level. You become magnetic, not because you're chasing her, but because you're chasing something greater. And that's the paradox. When you focus less on impressing women and more on building your mission, women naturally become drawn to you. Purpose creates gravity. It pulls people in. And it makes a woman think, if I'm with this man, my life will move forward too. Now let me tie this all together. Mystery keeps her curious. Emotional contrast makes her feel alive. Controlled scarcity raises your value. Presence makes her feel seen. Calmness signals strength. Subtle touch builds connection. And purpose inspires admiration. Put these 7 together and you stop being just another guy. You become the man she can't stop thinking about. But here's the real secret. These aren't tricks you do once and forget. They have to become part of who you are. If you fake mystery, she'll sense it. If you pretend to have purpose, she'll see through it. The key is to embody these qualities for real. Because when they come from the core of who you are, the obsession isn't just temporary, it lasts. Think about this. The men who struggle in relationships are the ones chasing, begging, over-explaining. They burn themselves out trying to impress women, when in reality, women are far more impressed by men who don't chase at all. The man who stands firm in himself, who controls his presence, who keeps his mission first, that's the man women lose sleep over. That's the man she tells her friends about. That's the man who lives rent-free in her mind. So here's my challenge to you. Don't just watch this video and move on. Take these 7 psychological truths and practice them in your daily life. Notice how people start treating you differently. Notice how women begin to see you with fresh eyes. And notice how your self-respect grows stronger the more you live by these principles. If you've been tired of chasing validation, if you've been tired of being ignored, if you've been tired of wondering why women choose some men instantly and reject others, you just got the answer. The difference isn't luck. The difference is psychology. And now that you understand it, you have the power to change everything. So, if you're ready to become the man who doesn't beg for attention, but naturally attracts it, make sure to subscribe right now, because this is only the beginning. I'll be sharing more insights into female psychology, relationship dynamics, and the Stoic mindset that makes men unstoppable. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Because the day you stop chasing and start embodying these principles, that's the day women will start chasing you.